पुत्री च द्वितीयं ब्रह्मचारिणी तृतीयं चन्द्रगन्तेति कुष्मन्तेति चतुर्थकं पञ्चमं स्कन्दमातेति षष्ठ्यं कात्यायनीति च सप्तमं कालरात्रीति महागौरीति च अष्टमं नवमं
Hello! Hi, I'm Hemalayaa, and welcome to the Embody Freedom series. So everyone take a deep breath in with me. Deep breath in, deep breath in, deep breath in. Exhale out of the mouth. This is our first episode. We are here live to you from our home studio. Probably you're at home too. Our home studio is called the Creative Casa. And our intention is to bring you tools and tips and practices that will support you. And so these are a series of ancient practices for modern day insanity. Anybody? So there is a lot of stuff in the air. I am inviting you to join myself and other guest transformational facilitators, leaders, as we guide you on how to overcome the modern day insanity. So everyone, take another deep breath in. Exhale. This series is designed to ground us in a new embodiment of leadership. As fear, stress, and anxiety may throw us off our center, we still get to rise up. So let's thrive by reclaiming and sustaining our joy and our pleasure through movement, through openings. And it's not just movement of our physical bodies. So in yoga, we talk about all the different layers of our bodies. There's so many layers and 5 main layers. So there's the emotional body, the physical body, the spiritual body, the energetic body, the mental body. So there's like all of these different layers of us, and we are going to support us in moving all of them so nothing gets stuck or contracted, holding us back. So the time is now to pivot and expand into freedom with all of the like fear and the panic and the unknown that is going on out there in the world. We are here to support you. So I'm going to have healers, facilitators, transformational leaders, thought leaders, and we are going to guide you with practices, actual tools and practices. So mark your calendar every weekday, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific Coast time. Take a deep breath in again. Yeah. So we have an amazing first guest on today. Before we bring her on, I want to invite you into a little intentional centering practice and even a little movement practice, a little opening practice in order for you to taste something for yourself. So here's the thing. I invite you to close your eyes. Actually, let's just go in. Close your eyes. Sit in a comfortable position, whether on a chair or on a cushion or on your couch or on a bench, wherever you are. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out of the mouth. We are now going to the optimal level of health and well-being for your true self, your highest aligned self. So in this moment, feel your breath going in through the nose, up, and then down through your throat, into your body, into your belly button, and touch in there. See how long you can take the breath in and exhale, release out of the nose or the mouth. And another one. Take that deep breath in, all the way in, all the way in, all the way in. Exhale. No matter where you are not alone. You have your allies, your angels, your ancestors, and we have each other. We have the internet. We have connection with your loved ones, your friends, your allies, your acquaintances, the people that you've gone to yoga classes with, or you've met as your neighbors, or who you haven't even met yet. What's being called right now is us coming into connection with each other versus separation and isolation. That's where we could go. But we are being called and being held in this moment as a collective, as a unity, as a whole. So breathe into this connection right now and feel your beingness held by the collective. And there could be fear in your system right now. There could be any kind of panic or unknown worry or fear of like, I don't have control. So breathing into your being right now, even with all of that going on, breathe into your being. Even with all of that going on, we're not trying to deny it or suppress it. We actually want to acknowledge it, give it voice also. So, my invitation for you is to take that deep breath in, touch in with that fear, allow it to have voice, and then exhale out of the mouth. The fear has something to tell us too, but it doesn't get to take us over. So, that's the piece where I'm really inviting you into higher connection. And so, in a moment, I'm going to invite you to open your eyes. Before you open your eyes, roll your shoulders around in big circles. Start to move your head from side to side. Start to stretch out your mouth here. Wah, wah. Stretch out your whole face when you move your mouth around. Wah, wah. As you roll your shoulders, you move your head, you stretch out your face, flubber your lips. And then roll your shoulders forward. And bounce your shoulders, open your eyes when you're ready. Bouncing your shoulders. Woo! Yeah. Coming into connection. So there is definitely going to be some weird stuff here, some wacky out there practices that we're going to invite you into. And our invitation is to try it on. Good news is you're at home and maybe nobody's watching. So that's the great news, is that you can actually try on some of the things that you might have not tried on had you been in a group setting. So this series is called the Embody Freedom series. Embody your freedom. And that means no matter what is going on, no matter what we are forced to be in right now, you get to choose freedom. And so my first guest here at the beginning of our series is someone near and dear to me. She is a embody sister in her own right. She has traveled the world leading and teaching and bringing others into their expansion. Cristi Christensen is a dear sister and dear friend. We've known each other for a lot of years, and she's been training others and bringing this wisdom and guidance for us to be in our most magnificent self. So I'm going to bring her on here. You can say hi. Yay.
Yay. Hello. So I love technology. Like, I hate technology, but I love technology right now.
Right? I know. That's the beauty of it. I've been thinking the same thing. I've had an aversion to it. And then I've also had this like gratitude right now. Like, we are so grateful to have this way of being in connection. So before we got on live here today, we were also in like, wow, we get to see each other. We get to be in this connection. You know, we may not be able to like hug each other physically, but we get to be in this connection. So,
and you can feel it. Like, that's the beauty of the video and the liveness of it, right? Like, that transmission of energy is so present. And I do feel like I'm with you, which is incredible because as you said so many beautiful things in your intro and your guided opening, even though we are being forced to social distance appropriately, still having outlets of connection to bring us joy, to get us out of our worry, get us into our heart, and get us into remembrance of the rest of the spectrum of life that is beyond this moment.
Yeah. And speaking of connection, I actually want to introduce our also are behind the scenes right now. He's usually in the forefront with his music. DTO in the house. What?
Woohoo!
Yay! DTO is he's everything.
Mastermind.
Yeah, he's the mastermind behind. And what?
You're
So
amazing.
he is here in the casa, the creative casa. Oh, he's like fully doing behind the scenes of me speaking right now. That is like a little cute. It's actually messing me up. Okay, stop looking. Stop looking. So yeah, he is the behind the scenes right now, but truly, we will be hearing his delightful, incredible, high vibrational sounds. And this is an us here. We are so committed to bringing lightness, joy, connection, and tools for us to all use. And I'm not saying that we are above it. Like Cristi and I have been talking, we're not above this. We are in this with you all. We are all together. And I think that that's one of the main messages right now, right? Like, I want to hear what your perspective is of what's going on and how, like what's happening over there.
Absolutely. I mean, yes. I mean, I don't think there's a person on the planet that isn't being touched or affected by this on, as you said, the multiple levels of being that we are. Like, we're feeling it on the physical level, being confined more to our homes, or being fearful to go to the gym or go to yoga or to whatnot, right? On the energetic level, we're being affected because maybe our breath is being more shallow because we're in heightened anxiety. So we're not actually feeding that level of our body, right? On the mental level, we're going, out of control, right? So we're not being able to actually access our full faculties. On the higher intelligent level, until we can take care of those first three levels, we can't even reach it, right? So that's why we have to tend to the body, we have to tend to our breath, and we have to tend to our emotions so that we can get clarity and get some calmness and get some peace, so we can get to the higher intellect and knowingness. And then we can reach the final level, which is the bliss body. And one of the things I love about this model, and I'm so glad that you mentioned it in the beginning, is that we are all these things. And no matter what is happening in the world, we are still all of these things. So just because the heightened state of unknowingness, because that's the real thing. I mean, I think that's the biggest fear we're all facing. It's none of us really know what the heck is going on. And we still don't know yet the impact we're going to have physically or economically or socially in all these ways. But even with that, we still have a bliss body. We still have this access to the Ananda, that which cannot be broken, right? And I think that's so crucial to remember now. And it's so crucial for me. I'm not just preaching this to you. I'm telling you everything I need to hear, because I'm in it too. Like, as Hemalayaa mentioned, like, my job is traveling the world teaching. 100% of 98% of my income is dependent on that. So, the mass majority of my jobs for the next 4 months have come to a screeching halt. So of course I've been in the holy effing, what am I going to do? Even if I feel like I'm strong and I have a good immune system, like, what do I do? So going back to that reliance on the practices that I love the title of managing the insanity that's so easy to go into, but we can avoid that by connecting to our five bodies. And we can avoid that by walking that fine line between being informed and being responsible, and then going down the freaking rabbit hole into the black hole of which isn't helpful either. So there is this kind of, for me, like, how do I stay on this side of the line so I can, yes, like you said, not pretend that this isn't happening, but I can also know this isn't the only thing happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like I touched the spiraling downward. Oh my God, I touched that. I was like, I'm gonna go into this for a second. And I don't usually watch the news. It's always
me neither. I never watch the news.
I never watch the news. And so a few days ago, I was like, okay, let me go in.
Yeah.
And I did. And I was like, wow, I went into the fear, and I even turned to DTO and I was like, what's gonna happen? Like, and then I was like, okay, I was almost like watching myself in the fear. So
and my fear I don't know about you, but my fear has actually turned more into obsession. you know, of like, I'm like refreshing. What's the latest on the coronavirus? What's the latest?
Yeah,
Like, it's going to change in 3 minutes, you know, like that's where, you know, because somehow knowing that like the rate it's growing is helpful. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not helping. It's not helping. So, what is the truth right now? Like for me, I've been like, okay, practice is more important than ever. And so this is the intention of this for you all, for us all to be in connection and in practice together. So, Cristi, what's working for you right now? What is a tool, a practice that is working for you to not bypass? We don't want to bypass them. We don't want to spiritually bypass and be like, actually, we were having this conversation. Let's just actually bring a little light to that right now. This is not about, going into the yogi void of not buying into it. I'm not buying into it. You can go into that, but truly, we are all responsible and we are all in relation to each other. So if we're truly being yogi, then we're being in respect of that. So you were talking about this. So Cristi, what do you want to say about that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've just, of course, I've spent more time on social media than I normally do too. So I've been seeing from different spiritual, communities or whatnot, a message that has in some places being sent out is this idea of choosing love over fear. But the way it's being used, it's like almost like, no, we're not buying into the fear of this. We're not buying into the panic and the mayhem. And like, we're going to keep living our lives. More people get killed in car accidents and this and that and whatever. And we're going to keep doing what we're doing because it's even more important for us to gather now. Right. And I don't agree with that. I think choosing love over fear right now is choosing, thy neighbor, is choosing thy family, is choosing thy community, that you're not going to get them effing sick. Because we don't even know at this point. Like, I don't know. I don't think I have it, but who fucking knows? Some people don't have symptoms, right? And what I think is choosing love over fear is taking that responsible action. There's still an action being taken and doing things like this. Like, we can still raise vibration. We can still bring creative inspiration. We can still find different ways of doing things and making an impact in a way right now that is safe, because again, I'm not a doctor, and we've never seen this strand of the virus before. So we don't actually know. And maybe the extreme measures that are being taken are unnecessary. But, in my lifetime, there's never been anything close to what's happening right now. So I have to also respect that too, that there's a reason. Like, our world it's not just America, it's a global happening. The world is being affected by this right now. And by the looks of it, we're going to continue to be affected by it for an unknown time to come. So that's where, for me, to choose love over fear is to act responsibly, is to be nice and compassionate with self and with other, and find other ways to communicate and contact and keep those things. And, get outside if you can, like if you're in a wide open space, and maybe that's how you commune, from a distance with people. But
I think some of the basic things are get out in nature, drink lots of water. So great, grabbing your mug there, and warm water. They're saying
water,
sipping hot water and warm water is better. And then also, the fresh air is really important. We already in these last few decades have been spending way too much time inside, way too much time lockdown sitting. So move around your house, move in your backyard, front yard, your balcony, whatever you've got there, or get outside.
If you can get outside, I think that I notice such a difference, even if I go outside for 5 minutes, and just breathing in fresh air, just like also lifting the heaviness of the energy of the room or rooms you're staying in. And the other thing I really have to say is, going for, at least it's what's helping me, is going for micro practices, right? Not being like, okay, now I'm going to do a 2-hour yoga practice because I'm stuck at home. Like, because for me, I'm still going to be in my head. I'm still whatever. But if I can have these little micro practices that I can tap into multiple times a day, right? To like reset my energy, catch myself when I'm, veering off in that in that unhealthy direction. A little bit of fear is fine. I mean, because I think that's concern, right? That's being aware. And I'm not saying you should be fearless now. That's not what it is. But when you find yourself reaching that place that you're like, okay, this is not serving myself. This is heightening my anxiety. It's not helping the people, whether if you're surrounded by family, you know, how can I reset that? Right. So I've been doing these like little mini practices to help me like switch my energy to be like, to get a new perspective, to get the tension out of that I'm holding in my jaw and my ass and my fingers and everything. And have even a freshness of perspective, even if it only lasts 10 seconds, you know, because we all know that stress and anxiety also weakens our immune system, right? So if we can keep our immune system strong in all the ways you've already mentioned, I think is going to be super helpful. And I don't know about you, but I've noticed this kind of body language I've been holding.
Yeah.
You know, I've been like catching myself, and I was laying in bed last night, and I was laying there, and all of a sudden I realized I was squeezing my ass. I was like laying in bed and like I'm like, why can't I get comfortable? Why can't I fall asleep? And I realized I'm like squeezing my ass like so hard. And it's because, you know, so I actually had to get up and like shake it out a little bit and move some energy. And then I was able to go to sleep. But I think the unknowingness of everything we're holding in our bodies, and of course, why I'm so drawn to everything that you do is we're not going to think our way out of this. No. We're not going to think our way out of the anxiety. We're not going to think our way out of the fear. So the real place, I think, at least for me, where I'm finding my relief is getting into my body. And then from that place of moving the energy, moving out the fear, moving out the worry, moving out the anxiety, then I can get some messages. I can get some grounding. I can get some clarity and invite in support on every level.
That's awesome. I mean, this is totally why, you know, we were going to be opening up all of EMBODY Houston. Now it's actually EMBODY Global. We'll be talking about that. It's going to be an online training.
So
but
great.
The truth is, we're not going to figure it out, everybody. You're not going to figure your way out of fear through here, because unfortunately, this mind is going to take you further into the fear and not even just into it. It's like being led by it. And we don't want to be led by it. But when we are in our bodies, then we have our intuitive like navigation system, like our navigation system, which is a calmer nervous system than this fight or flight that's going on up here. And if we stay up here, then the spin happens. So
and our breath is shallow, like it's such a domino effect of how it impacts all those layers.
Yeah. So actually, I think this is a perfect segue. Would you lead us into what is really working for you right now? What's a practice that we can go into?
Yeah. So what I'd love to do is just lead you through a very quick movement practice that's breath inspired or breath based. That's just going to help you move the energy and even give the fear, the anxiety, the stress, or whatever it is you're dealing with a place to play, so that it can, you know, emotions is means to move out, right? Like energy and motion. So we can allow that to emote out of our body, the excess that we're carrying that we don't need, and break up some of that rigidity, get out of the mind. So it'll just be a short little movement practice, and then ending with just what I have to say is, once we move the energy and clear up our vessel, then we have the opportunity to reprogram, right? To bring into every cell of our body what we need right now, to kind of seal it all off with.
Awesome.
So if that sounds good, I'm going to actually move my phone to another part so I can stand up, because I'm sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
Right now.
Let's make some space here, everyone. So if you can move your items around so you can come into standing, we're going to put Cristi on camera to have her lead and guide us in a really like a short practice. That's what the Embody Freedom series is about. This is about you utilizing these tools that are like 10 minutes or less. Okay. So you can bring them into your life real easily. Okay.
And you can also, after you go through this practice with me, you can create an even shorter version of it. You can create a 2-minute version of it that you can do multiple times throughout the day to really just reset, clear your vessel, and invite in the energy and the power that you need right now. Okay. So I just give yourself plenty of space. You're going to ground your feet. I know you can't see my legs, but my feet are wider than my hips. Soft bend to the knees. And I'm pushing down through the soles of my feet. And as I do that, I'm charging up my legs, drawing energy all the way up into my pelvis. So I want you to feel that. So you feel the strength of your ground, the strength of support, the strength of your own body. Okay. We're going to begin by moving the head. You're just going to inhale, look up, exhale, chin into the chest. And just do it a few times. Inhale, deep, full breaths. Exhale, chin and chest. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time, keep the chin into the chest and roll your head towards one shoulder. Unhinge the jaw. Roll the head to the other shoulder. And just feel how the weight of the head helps to release all the scaling muscles. Anything you might be holding there. Chin back into the chest and lift the head up. All right, squeeze now the shoulders up to your ears. I just want you to squeeze, 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 and then exhale through the mouth. Drop it down. Try that a few times. Inhale up. Exhale, drop it down. Do it a little faster now. So sometimes you want to create a little more tension to release even more tension. And get really dynamic with the breath. Try 3 more. Good. Now we're going to take it into the chest. Open the chest. Push the chest forward and then release. Inhale. So I'm going to move to the side just so you can see this flexion and extension I'm doing with the spine. So breaking up the rigidity that you're holding there. Keep it going. Oh, good. I get to see Hemalayaa now. Try 3 more. 2, 3. Great. Now come into some circles. Shoulders up to the ears, back and around. And like we already acknowledged, you're in the privacy of your own home. So I want you to get space to be a little wild, a little free. Oh, we got DTO in the house. I love it. And then try circling the other way. And if you notice, I'm still getting my spine involved. If you want to do that, you can keep with that flexion and extension movement. Good. Can you allow it to feel good? Because I want you to feel good in your body. Right now, we're going to take this roll into a shake. Right? I want you to shake your shoulders. I want you to shake your arms. I want you to shake your elbows. I want you to shake your heart. All right, so any tension you are feeling in your chest, in your head, any fear, any anxiety, any not knowing, I want you to let it all out. Give it a place to play. Bring it into your hands. Bring it into your fingers. All right, if you're mad at the coronavirus, I want you to punch into the air and punch out into, yes, I'm upset my work got canceled. I don't want to be at home. Give some voice to what you're feeling inside. Maybe do some blade chopping. Ooh. All right, cutting through. And then maybe back to the shake. Just about 10 more seconds. 5. Get your mouth and head in there. 3, 2, and 1. Just ground your feet. Palms up, hip height. And catch the energy. Close your eyes. Feel your heart beating. Feel that buzz of aliveness that is humming through all your tissues. Right? Just presence. And feel that. And maybe feel a clarity of connection to something other to yourself. Now we got to get the lower body. So real quick, hands to hips or hands out. Circle the hips in one direction. Right? You can hear I'm breathing a little heavily. Right? I really went for it because that's what I need. Right? And if you can keep out of the mind of judgment, if you can keep out of the mind of this is silly or this is stupid, and see what it might unlock inside you. Right? As I mentioned, I was squeezing my ass last night. So I really want to make sure my lower body is as free as my upper body. Try switching directions. You might even just put on your favorite song and really just move. I like to first start with fluid movements And then I go to the shaking, and then I might go to some of those punching and blade chopping and kicking, right? But feeling in control in the body first. Ah, how does it feel inside you? Beautiful. Now, can't see me, but I'm gonna take my hands to my knees, and I'm gonna circle my knees, maybe about 6 or 8 times one direction. This is also really good for our joints. Right, and about 6 or 8 times the other direction. We hold so much tension in our body. We hold so much of our emotional power in our body. We want to give it a place to feel it, to free it, and to release it. Good. Now, let's take a leg. I know you can't see it, but I'm going to shake it up so you can see it. I want you to shake out the leg from your hip to your knee to your toes. And then you might even make a little sound. Sound helps to move the energy too, like or ooh. And then sometimes I kind of like to add the upper body too, but you can decide. Really let it go though. Really let it go. And then other side. Right? Every holding pattern, you have the chance to unlock it, to set something free. Ooh, to get the energy moving and flowing and accessing the potential that is really locked inside of you. All right. Now we got the booty. So from your feet, from the ground, start to just like, you're gathering the energy from the earth. You're pedaling the legs back and forth. Yes, that's it, Hemalayaa. And then bring it up into the booty. Let that booty go. Oh, yes, you can go to the side. You can go to the back. I want you to really let that booty shake. Like you're getting featured in the next Super Bowl with Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. Yes. All right, and then bring that shake. You got 10 more seconds. Whole body from the feet, from the power of the ground you stand upon. Draw it up. Draw it into the booty. Draw it into the belly. Draw it into the heart. You got 5. You got 4. You got 3, 2, 1. And pause. Last time. Just catch the energy. Bend the knees. Palms up. This time, one hand to heart. Other arm reaches up. Feel the power of your own heartbeat. Feel yourself as this connection, as this vessel from the earth to the sky, from your sky to the earth, moving all through the power of your own love, the power of your own heart. Now, the last part of this, stay with me, just stay with me a little bit longer. I want you to breathe into whatever it is that you need right now. In yoga, we call this bhavana. Whatever you want to be infused with, whatever you want every cell of your body to be permeated with, I want you to call that word, that feeling forward. It might be peace. It might be calm. It might be love. But you get to decide. And once you found it, it could be as many things as you want. But if there's one that's really standing out from you, choose it. And then imagine from the infinite above you, this quality of peace, of love, of the remembrance of joy, even being poured down like the most beautiful iridescent light. Maybe it's the light of the moon or even the light of the sun. And it pours down through the crown of your head. And it starts to fill the front and back of your skull. The light continues to fill and pours down through the shoulders, the chest front and back, the torso front and back, the pelvis, all the way down into your legs, all the way down into your feet. And you might mentally make it into an I am statement. I am peace. Peace is me. I am in perfect health. Perfect health is me. I am calm. The energy of calm is present in me. I am love. Love is me. And then both hands can just seal over the heart as you bow your head in. And you feel that reprogramming happening in every cell of your body as each cell is nourished, filled with, permeated with the exact quality that you need for your own support, your own well-being, your own highest good and alignment right now. Once again, feel your feet pressing down into the ground. Feel the strength of your support. Lift the back of the heart into the front of the chest. Feel that uplift of rise of the power of your own heart. And then maybe now reach both arms up to the infinite as you take up more space and you claim your embodied freedom here and now. Receive the breath. Exhale it out. And slowly release.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I hope you feel better than you did
Oh,
I don't know how many minutes ago.
yeah. How do you feel, everyone? Did you go for it? If you did not, please rewind.
Yes, and find again, like sometimes like I only have 1 minute, right? And I literally will just shake it out for 1 minute. I'll ground because that's the transitions are the most important part. So you find that moment of grounding, you call forth that moment of intention because that's where the reprogramming comes in. And then you move on. And you can do that again and again and again. And I promise you, whether it's for 10 seconds or 10 minutes or 10 hours, you will get relief. You will feel better. You will feel more connected to yourself. You'll feel more joy. You'll feel more power within you.
You will be shifted. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Cristi. Seriously, that was really, really incredible. So beautiful to be on the receiving end of the practice with you. I'm just like, I love it. I love it. I love it. So powerful. So can you see within 10 minutes what's possible? You know, that's shaking us out of frenzy and that like chaotic energy and bringing us into a high frequency, the highest alignment and centeredness.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be, because in this place, like scan your experience right now. Scan your experience. Scan your body. Like go in and notice. And I even noticed near the end there, I was like, oh, just like your ass last night. Like right now, I've been clenching my jaw, right? Like, oh, yeah. And when I noticed that as we were shaking, it just unhinged, relaxed. So scan your experience right now. Notice what you notice. And in every moment, you can choose to be free. And this series, again, our intention is embodied freedom. Embody your freedom. And so come in highest truth and alignment again and again and again, because this is a practice. This is a movement, and it continues on and on and on. Like we said, we are no masters. We are in the practice with you.
Yeah, and this is clearly how I claim my sanity.
Yes.
Even if it looks insane, it's how I claim my sanity.
Totally. And you know, one of the things I teach my women in the Secret Sauce Mastermind too is when you teach, the beautiful blessing about that is that it forces you to get out of your own way and do the practice. And when you're leading others, you are truly being guided to come into your highest alignment continually. So for you teachers and facilitators out there, this is not the end. This is the beginning. Rise into your leadership and share. What leadership means is that you share your voice with others. You invite them into shifting in whichever way you have to offer in this moment. It could change continuously. It'll evolve, I promise you. So thank you for that, Cristi. My God, we're going to have you on again and again and again, because seriously, you're the queen of embodiment. I love it. Yeah. So for you out there, we invite you to share this with your families, with your, your friends on Facebook, on YouTube, whatever it is. We ask you to share this and be a part of the movement. We are going to be doing these live every single day, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Embody your freedom. Share this with others so we can all be in the collective wholeness, coming into wholeness again and again and again. One of the things that I want to do in each one of these is also pick a card.
Yay!
So this is the Embody Oracle card deck that I authored and channeled. And we have 44 beautiful messages and 44 beautiful cards. And so I'm going to pick a card for today.
Beautiful.
And let's connect in to the consciousness of this moment. Taking a deep breath in so we are all in alignment. And we call this message forward today. Oh, yeah. Liberate.
Woo!
Yeah. Liberate. How perfect is that?
That's amazing. I love it.
Okay.
Gorgeous.
So I'm going to read what the card's intention is. And you can take whatever message you want to take from it. And it might just nail it for you, or it'll give you some kind of guidance. So Liberate says, call forward your energy. You are an empath, a healer, a lover of life. At this time, you are weighed down with other people's energies, and it is affecting your well-being and natural exuberance. Sometimes you may think that you are helping someone by taking on their pain. However, the truth is, it can do the opposite. You could be interfering in their natural growth and evolution. So consider creating a more clear boundary and personal intention to no longer take anyone's pain into your own body and mind. You can help them instead by inspiring them to help themselves, accepting their journey and demonstrating trust that they can take care of themselves. It is not your job to try to take problems or pain from anyone, even if you're an empath and it comes naturally to you. Your lesson here is to have compassion as you hold the space for them to do their work. Otherwise, you will become exhausted or experience depression. Great news, you get to recharge yourself and clear others' energies with the following exercise. So every one of these cards also has an embody invitation. So this one is the gather your energy, clear codependent ties. Imagine an egg-shaped dome around you. So this is taking you into a meditation that you're going to call back your energy. I'm not going to lead you through this right now, but I'm going to invite you to go into a meditative space with yourself. And I want you to see those cords of energy that are out there, and I want you to call them back into your energetic field. Your rightful energy that belongs to you, bring it back into your being. And all of the energy that is in your dome of your energetic system, send it back to its rightful place. So see those streams going back. And then breathe with yourself. Feel your like clear dome of energy. Sit in that. So this is the exercise for you today. This one also that Cristi just led us through is like shaking off the dust of who we're not and coming into highest alignment with who we are. I'm Hemalayaa, and I invite you to come back and join us for Embody Freedom series. We love you. I love you. We get to be in connection here together in this way. So let's do it. I can feel you holding my hand right now. Cristi, I see you. I feel you holding my, yes, I feel it. So let's continue to feel and raise the vibration, not to be in avoidance again, but to be in higher connection. So I want to thank you again, Christensen, for being with us today. Thank you for sharing your love, your light, your beauty, your magnificence. Thank you.
Thank you for creating this and giving all of us a platform to share, because I'm going to be tuning in all the other days of the week. You better believe it.
Right? Yeah, it makes a big difference for us. Totally sharing our tools. And if you feel like you've got a gift to share, reach out to DTO and myself, and we will, book you in to share your light on this series as well. So much love and power to you all. Namaste.
Namaste.